Hey, yeah, what's up? This disciple Marshall Occurrence Rain back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day. So, so basically, this video is gonna be about basically what you produce. You will produce what you are. You will produce what you are more times than not. Nations, people, all tribes, all creeds, religions, ethnicities, you will produce what you are. You will you will produce that. So if you're a roach, you're gonna produce roaches. If you a snake, more times than not, you're gonna produce snakes. If you a hyena, you're gonna produce hyenas. If you are a scavenger, you're gonna produce scavengers. If you are a parasite, most likely you're going to produce parasites. If you're a leech, you're going to probably produce leeches. So understand that from people like me and my perspective on you and your family, I feel like if you're roaches, then your children are going to be roaches. If you're a snake, then your children are going to be snakes. If you're a parasite, then most likely from your teachings and information, your children are going to be parasites. They're going to see you stealing. If you're a booster, then your children probably going to be boosting, going to the store and boosting. It's whatever you are, your children are likely to become it. That's why you see some people who family who sing, musicians, they family wind up being singers. Look at Kobe. What did he produce? He produced a basketball player. So it's safe to say if we look at these patterns over and over again and again and again in the world, it's safe to say that people produce what they are. If you're a dragon, you're gonna produce dragons. If you're a lion, you're gonna produce lions. It's good too. It goes for the good side too. You are a bear, you're gonna produce bears. Able to weather storms, able to hibernate and still be sound of mind. Able to stay in houses for long amounts of time and still be sound of mind, and sound of soul and spirit, and still get things done. So if you're evil, you're going to also produce evil children. This explains to us why it's no problem for the children of the wicked to die. Because God knows what they're going to most likely become, not the exception. On the average, if you are living in a den of snakes, in a den of roaches, then you're most likely going to become a roach. If you're among the ratchet, you're going to become ratchet. Okay? It's just how it is. So, people like me, I look ahead. While you're looking at an adorable creature, I know that is a production from a snake. I know that is a production from a roach. You don't see it yet because you don't think far ahead enough. But year by year, the information that they're going to get is information from roaches. How they going to escape that? Day in, day out, hearing information from roaches. Hearing information from roaches from middle school, elementary, high school, all the way to a grown adult. They are soaking up information from roaches all the time. they're most likely going to become roaches. And as you see, that's how it is. That's why you see whole families fighting out in the streets, because they're all the same type of creation. You see whole families stealing because they the same type of creation. You see whole families dope dealing because they the same type of creation. You're going to produce that. That's why a lot of people that really is selling dope, their family, their mothers and fathers was selling dope before they was. I'm talking about the real dope dealers. I ain't talking about these nickel and diamond boys with their pants hanging down. You can see doo-doo stains. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about kilos after kilos after kilos. You will see if a person is producing that kind of dope quantity, you will probably go back and see that their family was selling it. You see what I'm saying? You're going to produce most likely what you are. That's why it's becoming no regards for your family and children, because they're going to become you, most likely. So God in his infinite wisdom can see ahead and know what that person's going to become on the average. This explains why a lot of times, unfortunately, the babies of roaches die. When you go kill roaches, do you spray onto the mother roach? Do you spray the roach with the egg on the butt on his butt? You only spraying the roaches with the eggs on the butt. You're crushing mother roaches, father roaches, children roaches, all roaches. Because you know when that grows up, what it's going to be. It's going to be a problem among you. It ain't no mystery. You see a baby snake, you going to let a baby snake live in your house? Say, oh, maybe it become a puppy one day. It's never going to become a puppy. It's a baby snake, and it may be adorable, but it will grow up to do the same damage that a full-grown snake will do. This helps you understand why children can die, because the universe knows what they're going to become. If you are part of an evil empire, let's say your family is an evil empire, is it far-fetched for the enemy of that empire to want to kill the children? They're going to kill the children because they know that the children are going to follow the lineage, the legacy, the evil legacy of their parents. If you kill an evil empire and you leave the children alive, you are a fool. I'm gonna say that again. If you kill the parents of an evil empire, you kill all the people and you leave the children alive, you are a fool in warfare. Because those children are going to not only become probably what their parents are going to become, they're going to avenge. They're going to avenge their family. So whole evil empires have to be wiped out with everybody, because you can't take the chance of vengeance. This helps you be sound-minded when you come, because a lot of Americans, you're not sound-minded when it comes to children. You're like a person that's bouncing on the ball. Boom, 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 boom. When you think about children, as soon as you start talking about children, boom, 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 you bouncing on one of them big old balls in the gym. But I gotta sober you up and show you that we all were children. That's the mystery. Look at the problems. Look at the people that's a problem in your life that need to be eliminated. They were children at one time. Now, would it have been better that they go ahead and been executed as children? If they're a real problem, most likely. If you found the Antichrist, would you spare him because he was an adorable child? This is the perfect example. No matter, even if it was a girl, let's say the Antichrist was a girl. It could be a beautiful, adorable girl, right? A beautiful, beautiful, adorable girl. If she's going to be the Antichrist, you going to let her live? You know what she's going to become because she is a child of the devil. He is a child of the devil. So how are you going to let them live? You know what they're going to produce. You know most likely what they're going to become. I'm trying to show you sound-mindedness in warfare. Because a lot of y'all, when it comes to talking about children, you bouncing all on balls and stuff in your mind. Ooh, they so cute. Those cute kids grow up to kill people. Those cute kids grow up to destroy nations. Okay? They have that potential. They're just like you. And you have to look ahead and look at what information they're getting and look at what their surroundings are and make an assumption and make an educated guess that they're going to become most likely what the parents are. It's just a common sense thing. The parents are their food, their computers, their sources of information. They're breastfeeding on the knowledge of their children, or their fathers and mothers. They're breastfeeding on their mothers and fathers' information and knowledge, you know? And you have to realize this, because you'll sit up talking about, why is all this happening? Why is God letting this happen to children? Because they are the children of the wicked, most likely. You don't want to hear it, but they're roaches. I'm sorry, those cute little kids are roaches. Those cute little kids are snakes. They're going to be doing the same stuff their parents is doing. Look at all the evil that their parents are doing, trying to entrap people, trying to play games with people, setting people up, playing games and stuff, psychological warfare, all kind of games they playing. Those kids going to be doing the same thing, if not worse, or something similar, or doing something that consists of operations of the wicked. When you're this sound of mind, you don't get caught slipping. When time goes by, you don't have any problems because you eliminated the possibilities. The children of your enemy are nothing but possibilities against you. I'm talking about real warfare here. The children of your enemy are nothing but possibilities against you. God understands. God is not like you. God is not. You Americans are the only ones that think like this. God has proven to eliminate children. In Egypt, when it was a war between Pharaoh and the kingdom of heaven, God took Pharaoh's firstborn and the firstborn all throughout Egypt. God wasn't playing no games. Because in all, they were not going to go the way of the kingdom of God. I'm trying to show you the God y'all talk about is full of love and love children. I'm showing you where God eliminated them, the soundness and the fullness of perspective concerning children, not just the loving part. When you have countries and people engaged in war, children unfortunately get caught in the middle and can become casualties. That's why it's important not to play games using children. That's why it's important not to be a person that is an enemy against something that is good, because you and your children are going to be eliminated in wisdom. It's wisdom to eliminate you and your children, because they probably would carry on the same information and knowledge and have the same movements that you have. So everybody got to go. And that is wisdom. It's not serial killer. It's not psycho. It's not psychosis. It's not bipolar. It's not schizophrenia or paranoia. It's not any of those mental sicknesses. It's understanding that roaches produce roaches. Snakes produce snakes. The wicked produce the wicked. This is how it goes. Usually, on the average, this is how it goes. So what you gonna do? Wait to see what your your enemy children hatch out to be? You're gonna wait to see what the egg hatch out. As far as what they bloom to be. You're not gonna wait if you smart. If you use wisdom. So I'm saying all this to say this. All you people in America, y'all need to catch up as far as like the mentality towards children. Y'all need to catch up because everybody else don't think like you think. You bouncing on balls because, and unfortunately, I have to say it like it is. The white Americans, the white male man is goofy towards children. He's goofy. Look how he interacts with children on the average. I'm not talking about all white men, but watch how goofy they are. Go look at the videos on YouTube and see how goofy their interactions is with children, white American men. And you adapted this. Now look at African American people and see how they interact with their children. It's a whole like night and day difference. They interact and have fun and stuff, but it's a difference between having fun and entertaining your children, and having a goofy mentality toward children. That's what I'm saying. Nah, man. Nah, because that's why they produce children that go and shoot and blow up buildings. You don't see no black children doing that. You see white children going and shooting up schools because they produce goofy children. They produce snakes. You don't see no black children going and shooting up no schools. And they way more tough and dangerous. Black children are way more tough and dangerous than white kids. And you don't even see them doing that. White boys go up and blow up and shoot up the whole darn school, kill people and everything. Because their parents most likely was goofy. Oh, you can just do what you want to do. It's your world. I'm telling you the truth. How did they become like that? Because they were a product of their parents. That's what I'm telling you. The state of the parents is an indication of what the children are going to become. You would think people would realize this. But I think people think that it's possible, but not always possible. That's where their head is stuck at. But this happens on the average, and that's a fact. It happens on the average as a fact that children become what their parents are. If you have parents that are educated and they're gonna set you up to go to school, you're gonna have that drive and mentality to go to school because your parents is always talking about it, harping on it all the time. How you need to get an education, need to get an education, need to get an education, need to get an education. You're going to probably go to school. Let me put it this way. Most college educated people had college educated parents. It's just how it is. Then you have the exception of people that are the first people to go to college in their family. But on the average, college educated people come from college educated parents. I'm showing you, even preachers, you got preacher kids. Most preacher kids become preachers. And then you have the exception of people that become preachers in their family and no one else in their family is preachers. But on the average, if you look at most big church preachers, big churches, preachers with massive followings and have been preaching for decades, I guarantee you their children are gonna be preaching. It's most likely. It's most because they're getting all that information all the time about the Lord over and over and over and all through school, period, all through college and everything. They're going to become preachers most likely, are engaged in doing the work for the Lord. Same thing with Satanists. Satanists probably going to produce Satanist children. Most likely. I mean, the Church of Satan, in the beginning, the leader, his children followed along with him. They defended him. Okay? I'm showing you. I'm showing you how this goes. Okay? So while you're sitting up saying, well, I don't understand why everybody gotta go out, because they're all the wicked and God already know what they're gonna become. Why you sitting up stupid like you looking at a mystery can? You looking at children like mystery cans. And their parents are big cans of feces, then most likely they're gonna be big cans of feces too. How are you gonna be in the middle on the average? Now I'm talking about on the average. I'm not talking about the exceptions. On the average, how are you gonna be in the middle of big mystery cans of feces and become a pot of gold? Eventually you're gonna succumb to it because, especially when you're a kid, you're soaking this all up. You think this is the correct way. You don't know no better. So you're going to just take it in as a kid. And you're going to become what's around you. You're going to observe, you're going to observe, you're going to pull all that in like a sponge. You're going to pull all that in like a sponge. And all the knowledge, the information, everything. It's gonna all come inside you, and you're gonna turn around and you're gonna look and say, "Oh my God, how did I become like this?" Because you absorbed all of the information, the knowledge from your parents. That's where you got it from. So I say all that to say, man, for all you people that think you're wicked and your kids are safe, they're not safe. If you are a mess and you are evil, your children are in danger. It's just like that. I'm telling you. If you're a wicked person, your children are in danger, because overall, God is going to look at your children as another extension of you that's coming. He's going to look at your children as an extension or a continuation of you, from all the stuff they absorbed into their life. He's going to look at that and look and say, they're only going to continue doing the work of their parents. Don't let it be an evil legacy. Don't let it be that. If it's an evil legacy, then definitely it's most likely that they're going to carry on the work of their evil parents. I'm trying to show you why children are dying. I'm trying to show you there's a balance in all things. You know what I'm saying? And I have to cover this part when it comes to children. I have to, because, if you don't understand, you're going to be cursing God. When you need to realize roaches produce roaches, rats produce rats, scavengers produce scavengers, leeches and anything like that. They're going to produce the same thing. You see it in the animal kingdom. Lions produce lions. Dragons produce, well, not dragons, but snakes produce snakes. You know what I mean? And most people are not gonna wait to see what your children become like a mystery can. Okay? So this explains why in America, now you're gonna start seeing people's children dying, and people are gonna have that bouncing around attitude all on the balls. But you didn't see what all they absorbed. You didn't see what all they absorbed. You didn't see it. All you saw was a cute little kid not realizing they're going to become what their parents are. And that sets them up for destruction. You know, it does. And unless they get out of that path in some type of way, most likely they're going to absorb all that information. They're going to they're going to um, take on the likeness and the behavior of their parents, the thought patterns of their parents. They're going to take on all of that. And you're going to be sitting there saying, oh my, oh my, oh my. They remind me just of their parents. You act just like your father. You act just like your mother. People say it all the time. Oh man, you're a spitting image of your parents, of your mother. You're a spitting image of your father. Because they absorbed all that information. They absorbed all of the information. They absorbed all the information and knowledge. They absorbed all of the likeness of their parents like a sponge. They absorbed it all and they became the likeness, the image of their parents. So this explains why baby snakes die, baby roaches die, baby parasites and baby leeches die. This explains it.